Seva Films presents
श्री अनंतपुर साहब रंग बिरंगी हरी भरी वादी दी बुक्कल विच गुरु जी दे चारे साहबजादे हसे खेडे ते मुस्कुराए। ये रौनकां बहुती देर न रही। एक बंदे दी मौत नाल खालसा पंथ दी कमर भी टुट जाएगी। गुरु दे नाल नाल एक भी सिंह जिंदा ना रहे।
ਹੁਣ ਦੱਸਾਂਗੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਵਾ ਲੱਖ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ।
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਤ ਤੋਂ ਡਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ?
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖੁਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਡਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ?
ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ 10 ਲੱਖ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੋਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਡਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੁਗਲ ਫੌਜ।
ਇੰਨੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਤੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਜ਼ੁਬਾਨ,
ਇੰਨਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਵਜ਼ੀਰ ਤੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਨੀਚ ਕੰਮ।
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Today we've come to Mayfair Hotel for the opening or premiere of the Chaar Sahibzaade movie. And with me I have Kaka from Dharam Seva Records, who are the distributors. Kaka, let me ask you first, why did you pick this particular movie to distribute? I mean, lots of other movies have also come about.
No, it's pretty straightforward, because obviously our history on a mass level on Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Chaar Sahibzaade, the opportunity as soon as it come in, it's one we couldn't knock. We had to take this film. We've done distribution with, obviously we did the past films, Yoda, we're involved with Sadda Haq as well, but this is on another level, and we didn't want this to come into into the hands of someone who doesn't really understand the history and importance of it. This is our life for us. Guru Maharaj's itihas is our life. We became, Khalsa, we took Amrit in our lives, the guys in our group, purely because of, after researching what Maharaj did and what their sacrifices were, and the itihas itself is that powerful that we thought we have to do this on a mass level. That's why obviously you've seen the publicity has been really, really heavy, because all our motive in this is to make sure pretty much everyone gets to see this who wants to see it, rather than making money or anything like that, which we're not sort of involved in for that reason.
Okay, so there has been some criticism by some people ringing into the Sikh channel and saying, why are we doing an animation movie?
Yeah.
Well, what would you say to that?
But first thing is, don't be confused. We didn't make the film, yeah, and although we'd love to make one, but the point is, the guys who've made it, Harry Baweja, big Bollywood director, we've got to look at the first thing that this is now sort of a new thing for Sikhs, so we have to support it. Until Sikhs get into the actually at the table where they're making the films themselves, you might as well throw all the criticism out the window, because we might just crying about stuff which we got no control over. It's like now we could say, why has this happened, why has that happened, but until we can get our own hands into making key decisions, it doesn't make any difference, because they're not going to listen to us in Bombay or Bollywood. So what our aim is to slowly work ourselves up the ladder. Hopefully Maharadi Karpana, one day the filmmakers will ask us, look, is this right? And that's when we can actually affect the making of these films, yeah. But the animation, obviously, it's to reach out to the kids, and you can't depict Guru Sahib in, no man can't even play us. Maharaj di jutti vi nahi depict kar sakde in our terms. We can't even get close to that. But the point, I think, with animation is it's been done before, as you know, with Vismad and stuff like that. So it's something that's accepted, I think.
I mean, Vismad's budget was very low, and this is a 3D movie. It's all coming out next week, or actually this Saturday on the 6th. But you're showing the premiere here in the Mayfair Hotel. What made you pick this particular hotel? Well,
we wanted to do things like we've done other premieres in the past. We've done Punjab in 1984 and a few other ones. But for this is really close to us. And one of the reasons we took the film on, like I said to you, if it didn't mean anything to us, we'd just do it. For us, this is, I mentioned in one of the interviews we've done, we said on Biyah in people's families, you have that Chaar, don't you? Sadili are Chaar Sahibzaade, they are ours. There's no doubt they're our forefathers. They're, are directly related to us. And for me, there's nothing bigger. If tomorrow is my child's wedding, I wouldn't book a place like this out. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't be able to afford that. For Chaar Sahibzaade, I tell you what, this is nothing. If we had the capability, we'd look at Buckingham Palace if we could have.
I think that's really great, and it's obvious that you're quite enthusiastic about it. So, is there? I mean, apart from coming out this Saturday, is going out to throughout the UK. Is it only in the UK that Dharam Seva is involved, or Europe or Canada?
Yeah, UK and Europe.
Okay.
We're involved with the big distributors now, which is good. I think we've secured about 16 screens, which is quite big in Empire, Cinema, Odeon. It's just growing. We're just pushing for it. We don't want anyone to miss it. Key thing, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇ ਹਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਮਿਸ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਹੁਣ ਕੋਈ ਸਿਆਣਾ ਬੰਦਾ somewhere doesn't go to the cinema ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਦੇ ਗਏ ਨਹੀਂ. So it's hard to get them into cinema. We're hoping ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ system ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖਣ and they're going to feel proud. I mean, we've seen snippets. Sikh channel did this with Qawm the Hire. We showed it a year before, and last week we showed it on the channel itself. So we're hoping that Chaar Sahibzaade in the future will be able to show it on the Sikh channel when it's all died down, because people forget about the cinema quite quickly. Okay, so is there anything you'd like to say to the Sikh channel viewers who hopefully will go and see this weekend? I'm confident. Everyone's behind this. We're very confident from the response. We're confident it's going to pack out and all the cinemas are going to be full. Key thing is we just want the kids, really want the kids to see this, and we hope it leaves a footprint in their brain, and a positive one in that sense. There's going to be people with negativity saying, hey, Dahan, you made it into animation. There's going to be negativity. We understand that. What I'll just urge people is, you know what, until we can make a film ourselves, take the positives. Instead of Shrek, Spider-Man, all these sort of things, we've now got our, they were superheroes, they were real life stories. This isn't fiction, this is real. We've got a chance to put it forward. Let's hope 10 more films on this level, even bigger, could be made in the future, and there's many more. As you know, stories is a hit.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think, even I've gone to see Shrek. So when I heard about this, I was going to obviously go and see it. It wasn't two ways.
Obviously we're not comparing Shrek and those things. But you know what I mean.
It's a first 3D movie for Sikh, so I think it's great.
3D is all good. Some people find 3D uncomfortable. I wouldn't use 3D as the key reason, behind it. The guys in Bombay are really pushing for that. But for what it is, animations and stuff, what you got to look at is these characters, young kids attached to them. They become idolized. Toy Story, all these sort of things, and no way can we compare this to that. But the point is what effect it has on children, even adults.
No, I agree. Chaar Sahibzaade, if you ask me, exactly. I've done a survey where I've gone outside to ask people. They don't know the Chaar Sahibzaade's names, so at least that would be good. It's a starting point.
Chaar Sahibzaade, they know the names, but the key thing is, I think you'll find, I'll be surprised, whoever watches this film, if they are not in tears, because I've seen the key parts of it, and to be honest with me, when I personally changed in Sikh, it was due to what Guru Gobind Singh Ji did, their sacrifices with their 4 sons, who obviously they loved everybody, but what they did with their 4 sons, and what their 4 sons did for us, and yet for us to forget them, and live our lives, and like we say, Shreks and this and that, and tell you what, we're not worthy of anything. This film is just doing 1% justice to remember us about them, and that's all it's about. It's about, and when people see it, I know they're going to be emotional. This is going to hit people hard, and so it should. We need reminders of what Maharaj did for us, and what they're still doing today. But eventually, obviously, with Dharam Seva's mission is to somehow bring the Shabad at the forefront. That's one other thing I want to just mention. Our mission isn't to attach people to animations, music, dharmic lyrics, because we've got Guru Hazar Nazar in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. What our mission is, use this as a trigger, but this only takes you hopefully to one bit. If someone gets an interest watching this film towards Sikhi, what is going to be the actual step? He's going to end up at the feet, the charan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Read that. Once you, not saying read it, just read it, act upon it, become one with Guru Granth Sahib Ji. That's what we're all trying obviously to do.
No, that's great. So, message to all Sikh channel viewers, please go and watch it. This weekend is going to start, and hopefully we'll carry it going for the next couple of weeks. But saariyan nu benti hai jaake zarur a movie dekhni. So I want to thank you, Kaka, for allowing us to interview on the premiere, and I hope it's a success for everyone.
Thank you.
Dharam Seva Films presents
पराली दे सामने 10 लाख ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੋਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਡਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੁਗਲ ਫੌਜ
इन्ने छोटे बच्चे ते इन्नी वड्डी जुबान
ਇੰਨਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਵਜ਼ੀਰ ਤੇ ਐਨੇ ਨੀਚ ਕੰਮ
So Teji, you've come to watch the Chaar Sahibzaade today and at the Mayfair Hotel. So what would you like to say about the movie?
It's basically a topic very close to my heart. I want all the kids, all the future generations to watch what was part of our history. So for me, I want all my cousins, my nieces, nephews to watch this. For me, it's an honor to be part of Dharam Seva Records, to promote this film and take this film worldwide, because I see like apne bachchan nu commercial ya Hollywood films animated ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਲੈ ਜਾਾਂਗੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਦੇਖਣੀ ਹੈ but no one pushes this which is part of our history, our culture. ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੰਮੇ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ because of them, you know, and because of our gurus, you know. Me personally, you know, I feel really strong about it, as you can probably tell, but for me it's a mock of seva, of service, of not even the Sikh religion, of just humanity, you know, to say you know, why were these 4 children the way they were? Why was Guru Gobind Singh the way he was? Is because there was something, and to feel that energy, for me that's what it's all about.
No, that's great. I think you got a lot of passion to watch it. So you've got to take your kids this weekend, but you haven't brought them to the premiere then?
No. I got married about 6 years ago, so no kids at the moment. So ਜਦੋਂ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਵਾਲ ਪੂਰੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਫਿਰ I can say ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ
No, it's good. I'm glad you're here. So we'll be interviewing others, but I can see the passion already in people that are waiting for it to be.
Personally, ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਾ ਜੰਮ ਪਾਲਿਆ, but the passion I have to promote our culture, because it's not just about, you know, the Bhangra songs or whatever. All that is there, but this aspect we should give more importance to as well.
I've got Devinder Singh, who works in the city, who's also come to watch the movie. So Devinder, Fateh Blaiye, Wada Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. What made you come to watch this movie for a start? I know the obvious thing, but can you tell me, you know, what it means to you to come and watch it?
Firstly, as you said, apart from the obvious, it's Chaar Sahibzaade. You know, we have to remember our history, and the kind of film that they've made is the first of its kind that I know of. And watching the trailer, they've done a tremendous job. So since I've seen it, I've always wanted to watch it. So that's why I'm here.
How can the Gurdwaras help this movie?
Well, firstly, to promote it and advertise it. I know our local Gurdwara is doing it, but if possible, maybe take a coach to the local cinema for all the elder people that can't go.
No, that's a great idea, I think. So I'll interview you after the movie as well. So let's hopefully go inside and enjoy it. And then when we come out, I'll be interviewing most of you. Thank you. Wada Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Welcome to Chaar Sahibzaade at the Mayfair Hotel. Benji, can I ask you, why are you here tonight?
We're here to watch the film and support the premiere of Chaar Sahibzaade.
And how much do you know about the Chaar Sahibzaade?
Yeah, we've done our research. I've got a 3-year-old daughter, so I like to teach her about Sikhi and our history, so I'm well aware of the facts. But I think it's amazing that it's coming in animation, and that it's really nice to watch something as opposed to keep reading it out of books.
And will you be bringing your 3-year-old daughter to watch it once it's been released?
Absolutely, 100%. It's a bit late for her today, but when it's on national release, we'll be bringing our children.
Lovely, thank you. Benji, why are you here tonight?
Exactly the same reasons. I think, you know, especially as it's animated production, I think we're brilliant for the children to learn. I think I've got 2 girls, they're 7 and 5 actually, sorry, and I think for them, being animated, they love it and they understand it more.
I've heard some people say that it shouldn't have been animated. What are your thoughts on that?
No, but I think that's what it will appeal to children. Because if it is an animation, we can teach our children by books and telling them, but I think it'll go in more if it's animated. It'll appeal to them more.
Thank you. Benji, can I ask you, I've heard some people say that we shouldn't have the Sahibzaade animated, we shouldn't have Guru Nanak animated. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it should be animated. I think, again, it appeals to the children, and also, like myself, I've never seen an animated Sahibzaade movie before, so it would be good. Yeah.
Great, lovely. Thank you very much.
Dharam Seva Films presents.
ਹੁਣ ਦੱਸਾਂਗੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ कि एक सिंह सवा लाख दे बराबर किवें होंदा है।
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ मौत तो डर नहीं लगता?
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ खुदा तो डर नहीं लगता?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to, today is the opening of Chaar Sahibzaade, and I have Harman Baweja with me, who is one of the, whose father is actually the producer, and so we'll ask him some questions. First of all, tell me, what made you make this particular movie?
Well, I think it's one of those very, in the many stories that we've heard about Sikhism, you know, from our dadis and nanis over the years, I think we all have. This is one of those stories, I think, which has enough in it to become a feature film, you know, which along with talking about the morals that we preach in our religion, over and above that, it is also a very beautiful story. It's a story about valor. It's a story about justice. It's a story about, you know, pretty much the onset of human rights as what we know today. Pretty much started from the religion, actually. Yeah.
So how long did it take to make the movie?
Well, it's been a rather long journey. You know, we kind of conceptualized this film about 5 years back. It was an idea first to do something for the religion. You know, my dad's obviously from Punjab. I'm born in Chandigarh myself. He came to Bombay, sort of, you know, built his way up in life, and you know, reached a certain stage where, as a filmmaker today, he felt there is something that I can give back to what I came from. And you know, then this was one of his passions, and he's been talking about it for a few years, but it's always going to be tough to do it. And then you think you know, it's finally one of those times. It's, you know, when the time's right is when he actually felt that, you know, I definitely want to do this, and it was this story. And then on, we started the process of connecting with SGPC, who've been extremely gracious and supportive all through the film. You know, they've been a part of the process of the whole film all the way till this moment, actually. And
was there any conditions SGPC put on you on the movie?
Lots of them,
okay.
and those conditions were primarily to keep the sanctity of the religion, you know, which is completely justified. So there are lots of do's and don'ts. You know, we obviously know that no human being can impersonate any Guru Sahib. What I didn't know is that none of the sons of the Guru Sahibs can also be impersonated. So that was another thing. So hence for us, it was always going to be a normal Hindi film, you know, a live film. And then we realized that the only way out is to make an animation film. So then we started working on the animation aspect, and that opened a whole Pandora's box, because it's not easy to just go out there and say, let's do an animation film. It requires a lot of research on it, you know. And then obviously we also wanted to make it photorealistic. So if you see the characters, they almost look as close to real as possible. You know, that also was key to the whole film, because at the end of the day, we talk about Guru Sahib's 4 sons, so they cannot just look animated. They have to look as real as we could, you know, we could afford to make them. Let's just put it that way. We've got budgetary constraints back home, but I think we've given it probably 200%, and you know, God's been kind.
There must have been some movies that have had an impact, because when I've seen the trailers,
yeah,
it reminds me a bit like the 300 movie that came out. I mean, have you taken ideas from other movies as well?
Honestly, no, not really. I'll tell you the reason for that is there is so much that we have in our own content. There is so much that we have. I mean, when when we started the whole process of researching on the film, you know, as much as you would know the story of the Chaar Sahibzaade, as much as I would know whatever we've heard, you know, if I was to narrate it to someone before this film, I would probably give a 5-minute story narration of Chaar Sahibzaade, and my story would end, because that's pretty much all the information we have. You know, but because we were going to make the film, so we needed all details, you know, historical facts, blah blah blah. Once we put all that together, we sat and we realized that we pretty much have like a 5-hour film in hand, because there is so much out there and there's so little that's known. So really didn't need to really borrow anything from anywhere. You know, it's all historical, it's all based on true facts, it's all based on things that exist or things that could have existed, you know. So yeah.
So why did you go for 3D? Was that just part of technology, or did you think that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. You know, it's definitely part of technology. You know, when you're trying to do something, I would say for Guru Sahib's 4 sons, the idea was to say, if India, well, we can't compare ourselves to the West. You know, when Pixar or Disney or Steven Spielberg does a Tintin, they go ahead and they spend 300 mil on making a film, which in Indian rupees is probably 1,800 crores and upwards. We can barely afford 1% of that budget, not even that, you know. So to say that we're going to sit down here and, you know, create this animation film which is going to take the world by storm, you know, it's asking for much. But when we talk about content, you know, which is what really matters in a film, I think what we have is at par with anything else that's ever been made, you know.
Okay, so it's being released this week in the UK. What about India?
Well, in India actually it's being released one day before. We're releasing it on Gurpurab.
Right.
We have Gurpurab on Thursday, 6th November. Sure, it's the same day here as well. So we're actually releasing it in India on the 6th,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
It's one of those things.
So what about the US and Australia and other parts of the world?
It's pretty much all over, actually. We're releasing in Australia, we're releasing definitely in North America, here. We actually did a premiere show in Thailand, because there was a big demand for the film in Thailand. There are lots of Sikhs out there. It's kind of hard to associate Sikhs in Thailand, but the fact is there are lots of them there. So they actually did a screening there. And we got a couple of inquiries from East Asia, from actually Central Europe, Italy, Germany. So it's actually been, it's literally like every morning you get this call or this email or this message from some place, and dad will call me up and say, "Putter, guess what happened?" I said, "Well, I got a call from Italy. They want to make the film there. They want to dub it in Italian now." So I said it's so nice, because that it's touching people in various parts of the world, wherever they are, and they're relating to it.
But that process about dubbing, then that's quite. Isn't there an expense on top then if you have a dubbing in different languages?
A normal film. When I'm saying normal, I mean any other Hindi film. You have something called the DCP, which is your final print today. So there's one DCP that you have. For this film, we've had 7 DCPs, because we have Hindi, we've got Punjabi, we've got American English, then we've got Punjabi with subtitles, then we've got Hindi with subtitles, then we've got American English with something else. So it's like it's 7 times the cost to put it out there. But honestly, this film isn't about cost for us. From the onset, this was never a project. This was never that it's going to cost us X and we're going to hope to make X plus 20% on it. It was like, it's going to cost us X, and genuinely that figures an X, because we still don't know how much we've actually gone ahead and spent on it. And whatever happens is Vaheguru Ji di Kripa. And that's how we've just gone ahead and made this film from the heart.
Why did you pick Dharam Seva Records to be your distributors in the UK then?
Well, I mean, let's put it this way, the name lends a lot to it by default.
Okay.
That's exactly what we're sitting here doing, making this film, is Dharam Seva. And I think there are a bunch of young, very excited and very, very charged up boys. I happened to meet them for the first time when I was here. Obviously spoken to them on the phone a couple of times, interacted with them when the whole distribution process was going on, and they were like, extremely charged about the film. And I think, I'd rather give it to someone who may be relatively new but very charged about something, than opposed to giving it to someone who's been around for donkey's years and is just doing another film. Because this isn't just another film. For anyone who belongs to this religion realizes that this is much more than just another film.
No, I think they're doing a great job.
They're doing a fabulous job.
What message would you like to say to the viewers? I mean, today's the premiere, and
yes.
I think it's really great that we've got it here at the Mayfair Hotel.
Yes.
But it's going to go out this weekend throughout the cinemas in the Europe or UK. What would you like to say to some of our viewers?
I'd just like to say that this is a film made from the heart. This is more than just a film for all of us. And we've been blessed to kind of bring this film to you all, and I think it's as much your film as it is our film. And please watch it with the same passion that we've made it. And
that's great. So message to everyone on the Sikh channel: you must go out and watch this movie. I mean, every child, it's a 12A certificate in the UK,
yes,
so that's great. So there's no excuse for children not to at least remember the Chaar Sahibzade's names.
Yes.
I get a bit alarmed when I go out and ask people names and they don't know.
They don't know.
It really upsets me. So I think it's great, and we can only wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So, Vaheguru Ji Khalsa,
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Dharam Seva Films presents.
सप दे बच्चे सप ही होंदे ने
सुच्चा नंद जुबान नू लगाम दे मजलूमा दे दोस्त ने नेकी उन्हां दी पहचान है शीश झुका के आदर कर गुरु गोबिंद सिंह उन्हां दा नाम है
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह I'm a bit lost for words. An amazing film. सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਘਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਮਾਪੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਇਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਇਓ very in-depth history. Even though we've read about it, to see it visually has left me speechless, and I recommend everybody sitting at home, please bring your children and watch this film. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Sri Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So we've just finished the movie, so for 2 hours, so tell me what you think now.
Honestly speechless. I mean, I've seen bits and bobs of in the snippets while we're preparing, but I've never seen a film in my life. Nothing matches anything I've ever seen in my life to this.
Very emotional, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, every person in there was in tears. We were just welling up all the way through. It's like, even now, I'm stuck for words.
Yes.
It's totally.
So, what did you think of the movie?
मूवी बहुत ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਹਾਦਤ ਹੋਈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ ਜਨਮ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਲੜਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਲੜ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਹੇਗਾ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਇਸ ਧਰਮ ਸੇਵਾ record you think they invested in this well?
Yeah, like I said, it's our duty, you know, this is our duty, and I just spoke to Harman and Harry, and I knew it was powerful because they told us before what they told us exact parts, but for me it's like my family being, you know, on screen. It's just beyond words, you know. Honestly, it's beyond words. You saw it.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. So, thank you very much. So we've just finished the movie. So, movie देख चुके हैं दसो सन थोड़ी ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੁਣ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਕਿ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਸੀਗੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਧਰਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ ਸੋ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਯੁੱਗ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਹੋਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਸੋ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਲਰਫੁਲ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਐਨੀਮੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇਟ ਵਾਸ ਬ੍ਰਿਲੀਅੰਟ ਇਟ ਵਾਸ ਰੀਲੀ ਨਾਈਸ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਕੁਝ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਅਪੀਲ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੋ ਜੋ ਸਰਹੰਦ ਆ ਚਮਕੌਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਖੂਨ ਡੁੱਲਿਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਖੜੀਏ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਉੱਥੇ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੀ ਅਟੈਚਮੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜੁੜੇਗੀ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਸ ਮੂਵੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਧਰਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਰੈਕਾਰਡਸ ਔਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਮਲੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੂਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਲੱਗਾ
ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਇਸ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਫਿਲਮ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਯੂਥ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਣ ਦੀ ਅਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਮਟੀਰੀਅਲ ਹੋਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਸਕੇ ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਬਾਜਵਾ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੋਰ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ we're here with Juggy D who's just come out from seeing Chaar Sahibzaade Bhai, what did you think of the film?
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ absolutely amazing you know there's certain things about our history that we all don't know you know ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ but we haven't done and I was absolutely it was very emotional because we learned things about our qawm about Sikhi and about ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੇ you know ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ it's amazing
it's amazing you know we've read all the stories we've seen you know we've imagined everything but actually see something
seeing it it's really even now it's like you know making me very emotional but
what would be your message to the parents at home you know to
go out and watch the film it's amazing and you know it's one thing that gets me is you know when people sometimes proudly say oh mere bachcha nu Punjabi nahi audi ja ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ it's a disgrace and I've got a 3-year-old daughter at this age she doesn't know that much Punjabi but I'll make it a point that I teach her because it's my duty to and I believe that every parent should if you're from you know if you're a Sikh person you should teach your children because at the end of the day if we don't do that then we're going to kill off our qawm and our religion you know so we need to keep it alive go watch this film it's amazing
thank you very much ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ Did you just come out from seeing the film? What did you think?
I thought it was brilliant and I would say that I'm going to go home and tell everybody to go and watch it.
What did you feel when you were watching the film itself? I mean, what emotions did you go through?
I just felt it was brilliant. There's too many emotions. You can't tell about the emotions. Yeah.
Well, you recommend everybody should go watch it?
I'm going to tell everybody.
Thank you very much. We have Simranjit Singh Sidhu who's just come out from watching the Chaar Sahibzaade today. Buddy, what did you think of the film?
I thought it was a fantastic film. It's probably the most important film on Sikhi that's been made till date. Very emotional, funny in places as well. Just a really good piece of filmmaking and a very important piece of history. So I think everyone should absolutely go and watch it.
Have you left this film feeling educated?
I grew up with a lot of these stories. My mum used to read these things to me when I was small. But seeing them come together like this in a film of this scale and size is just quite overwhelming. And I think I must have cried like 8 or 9 times during the film. So it's a very emotional experience.
Uncle ji, ਤੁਸੀਂ film ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੱਗੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ film?
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗੀ. It's a very good attempt, actually, very nice. ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਅਸਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸੁਣੀਆਂ ਸੁਣਾਈਆਂ ਦਾ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. It's very good.
ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋਨੇਹਾਲ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ.
We're now with some children that have just come out the viewing for Chaar Sahibzaade. What did you think?
It was really good.
What did you get from the film? What did you learn?
It was a really good experience, like the whole true story, what happened few thousand years ago.
100 years ago.
100 years.
And do you recommend other children to come and see it?
I do recommend other children to come and see it because they'll learn about the old history.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you all one question. I'll ask you the question. What are the names of the Chaar Sahibzaade?
Baba Ajit Singh Ji, Baba Jujhar Singh Ji, Baba Zorawar Singh Ji, Baba Fateh Singh Ji.
Well done.
Dharam Seva Films presents
ਹੁਣ ਦੱਸਾਂਗੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਵਾ ਲੱਖ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਤ ਤੋਂ ਡਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ?
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖੁਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਡਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ?
ਭਾਜੀ ਹੁਣੀ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਚਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ ਦੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਹਟੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਸੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਦਾ?
This film left me speechless. It's the true depiction of what we need to say. Like these sort of movies should be made and promoted, and I'll request all the Sangat, all the Khalsa Panth, not only the Khalsa Panth, take your friends or those who are not Sikhs, make sure, pay for the tickets, take them to the cinemas, show them what we are, what our history is, and this is all about us, where we are from. That's our roots. We need to tell the kids. We should take our own kids, then we should take our neighbors, friends and families who are not Sikhs, maybe Hindus, Muslims, whatever they are. Tell them where we are. This is a true Sikhism, this is a true Khalsa, and how this is the basic what we are about. This is a true message, and this is showed in such a nice way that it connects you. This is the first thing where this movie left me speechless. We have seen so many movies, we have seen so many religious movies but this movie connects you, and I think for the kids, especially the youngsters, from the schools, primary school and secondary school, they will learn a lot about Sikhi, because if we teach them by books or something like that, they won't learn anything, they hardly take anything from it. But if we show them in practical, the way they have done is a great effort, it's a great work, and we should encourage these sort of movies so people can take more projects like that. If they can make something out of it, if we encourage them, they can make more projects. It will encourage the producers and other people to make movies. So
I think you've made a very valid point, Baji, कि ये सिर्फ फिल्म अपने पंजाबियां गुरसिख बंदियां ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ कि अपने गवांढी गोड़ियां ਨੂੰ ਲਿਆਓ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਕੀ ਆ, ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਆ, to give us the stature, the presence that we have today in the community. So I agree with Baji.
I'll make another point on this one. As here in UK, we have got so many Sikh counsellors and stuff like that. We should promote. We have so many Sikh head teachers and teachers in the schools. I think we should at some point, at some stage, take this movie to the schools as a part of multicultural subject of faith. So that's the other thing I would say to people, all the Sikh Sangat, speak to the schools and stuff like that. Either you teach there or your kids go to some school. Take the initiative. This will spread a huge message without doing anything. They have done a fantastic effort making this movie, right? Then now it's up to us. We can
To take it to the next level.
Next level. So it's up to us, you and me, to take it. It's
completely. I agree. No, 100%. The first steps have been taken, and it's very important that we, as a community, we push this forward to the next step and educate not just our own community but other communities of what this film is teaching. So, bhai, thank you very much for your view. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. ਵੀਰ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਮੂਵੀ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਚਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ ਕੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇਸ ਮੂਵੀ ਬਾਰੇ?
ਮੂਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਪੂਰੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਨੀਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੂਵੀ ਆ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਸ ਕਰ ਇਸ ਮੂਵੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਣ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਬੋਰਨ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਆ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣ ਸਕਣ ਉਹ
ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਮੂਵੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ?
ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਦੇਖਣ ਧਰਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਰਿਕਾਰਡਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੰਡਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਹਿਣ ਤੇ ਵੈਸੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਐਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਹੋਟਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ ਮੂਵੀ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ DVD ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਹੁੱਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਜਿਹਦੀ DVD ਆਵੇ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ DVD ਇਸ ਫਿਲਮ ਦੀ ਵੰਡੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ I'm going to really thank Jermaine Defoe for coming here supporting this movie Chaar Sahibzaade. We're really thankful on behalf of Sikh Sangat for him being here. Waiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waiguru Ji Ki Fateh. I would like to thank Harman and his team, his dad Harry Baweja ji for making this wonderful movie and bringing it to the Sikh Sangat, and now we will try our best to promote it as much on with the help of Sikh channel, and we'll really thank you. Harman, any last words for the Sikh Sangat?
Well, I don't think there are any last words for our Sikh Sangat. I think these are the first words. It's a first step towards doing as much Sikh prachar as we can. And please don't thank me or my family. I think from my father's side, thank everyone else who's watching the film. It's as much your film as it is our film. So please go watch it.
Yeah, because it's a wonderful project, and we would expect you to make more movies like that where Sikh Sangat we can educate our kids.
Yes.
And any project like in the future
well I think right now our entire life is on Chaar Sahibzaade. So I think one step at a time. Let's work as hard as we can to make this as popular as we can, and then we'll take it up.
We ardas to Waheguru Ji to give you more kirpa, bless you with more kirpa to make more movies like that and educate our future generation with this sort of, not even the future generation, even the current generation also lack this information. So it was a wonderful project. We like it. It left me speechless.
I'm glad.
Yeah, and really thankful to you.
Thank you.
Dharam Seva Films presents
ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੀ